A very good evening and welcome to Uganda Catholic Television. It is the 22nd of September 2025. My name is Joseph Kabaale with the Monday edition of Uctv News. Now starting off, the Electoral Commission has officially approved the Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nandala Mafabi and scheduled his nomination for September 24th, 2025. Addressing the media in Najjanankumbi this morning, FDC's National Deputy Chairperson Centenary says this demonstrates the party's strength, having successfully gathered the required signatures nationwide within the recorded time.
I'm happy to announce that our candidate met all the requirements, and here is the certificate that was issued yesterday, signed by Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simon, that has cleared him to be nominated on Wednesday the 24th at 10 a.m. The official nomination date that was issued by the Electoral Commission for Right Honorable James Nandala Mafabi, the FDC flag bearer, is the 24th of September, Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the designated premises of the Electoral Commission, and thereafter we are having preparations for him to speak to the nation, to our supporters that will be waiting in Nakawa division, specifically in Butabika at they call them Kampala Road grounds, which are in Luzira, not Kampala Road in town, but Kampala Road Playground around Butabika in Luzira. That is where our nomination rally is going to take place. And I would appeal to all citizens to come and listen to the message of hope. Under the theme, our campaign theme is fixing the economy, money in the pocket. You all know that we have the most competent candidate under the circumstances to fix the financial and economic challenges that is being faced by Uganda and Ugandans.
Uganda's deaf community has urged the government to enact more stringent laws to regulate and as well ensure public institutions standardize the use of sign language, stressing that it is vital for inclusion and the empowerment of marginalized groups. Speaking ahead of the national commemoration of International Deaf Week at the Media Center today, Robert Nkwangu, the director of the Uganda National Association of the Deaf, emphasized the urgent need for stronger legislation to complement the already existing laws and prevent manipulation and restriction of sign language in the public domain.
We as Uganda National Association of the Deaf call upon government to enact a law on sign language to help promote sign language to the deaf and hard of hearing people. I have 5 reasons why the Uganda sign language law should be enacted. 1, limited access to education and hard of hearing children. Then secondly, limited access to health care. Then third, a social exclusion from the community, from the family level, parents and economic opportunities. 4th, erosion of sign language. Lots of confusion out there. Why? Because we do not have the standards, the standardization.
The Ministry in participation with UNAL are also working towards standardization of Uganda Sign Language, and consultations kick-started last month by way of developing a regulatory impact assessment which will inform our next steps. Government will continue working with partners to increase the number of sign language interpreters within the public service structure. You will note that the government has already started employing sign language interpreters, but we need to increase the numbers and also encourage public service to come up with a salary scale for the sign language interpreters. Government will continue emphasizing and promoting the delivery of vital information disseminated to other Ugandans to also to be accessed by deaf persons. According to Uganda National Housing and Population Statistics 2024, there are over 1,979,613 persons aged 2 and above with difficulty in hearing, equivalent to a prevalence rate of 4.7%, showing an increase from 1,083,649 who was 2014. This is a significant number of the population which cannot be left unattended because they play an important role in the development of this nation.
The Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, has strongly criticized the remarks by the Minister for Constitutional Affairs, who also doubles as the Democratic Party President, Honorable Norbert Mao, who recently stated that leadership change in Uganda could not be achieved through elections but rather negotiation. Speaking during a welcoming ceremony held at Blessed Daudo Kela and Gildo Iraq Catholic Church in Padel, Honorable Mao argued that Ugandans should not expect a genuine transition through the ballot. However, addressing journalists at the party headquarters in Najjanankumbi today, FDC's spokesperson John Chikonyogo dismissed Mao's comments, insisting that FDC is not engaged in any negotiations, but is rather preparing for the 2026 general elections.
Omulaye nene wanayogera Shimbeka idamo liti mumbuza alikundi ayogede kino FDC. Tebaina mugaso jendi kakati. Mugaso gwendi ko kakati kugenda mu maaso kola ki? Kutunda manifesto eno na kulaba nti NRM tujijambuyinza tuyingiremu tuyiteke mu nkola kyokka. Temunguzo omulaye ati kundi abagambye ko bati simanyi muri mutya. Setina buddo. Whatever Mr. Mao said, that's his opinion. And as FDC we elected to only constitute on NRM. Because they are the people who want to get out of power. Whatever Mr. Mao says or any other person, that's their business. They are free to say anything. We are not concerned. We are only concerned about removing NRM from power. Full stop. So, whatever Mr. Mao said, maybe that's his interpretation. I don't need to answer that. If it is NRM saying anything, ask me, I will answer. But Mr. Mao, no. Let him be. I respect him as a leader of another party. But as far as FDC is concerned, you people of Uganda ask Chikonyogo John and ask Patrick Amuriat, the official spokespersons of FDC. And my word is final. Nobody can change it. We're not in talks. We're not about to be in talks. And I don't think we'll be in talks before the elections are the next year. For us, we are in campaign, and our candidate is going to be nominated this week on Wednesday. And it's the best candidate of all the candidates. Manifesto mujiraba tujirina. Omukulu omwali mu government era sena dogamba kati yaero singena bongeza obusala. Twachiwandika damu.
Away from that, the Uganda National Examinations Board, UNEB, has officially released the final timetables for the 2025 national examinations, including the Primary Leaving Examination, PLE, Uganda Certificate of Education, and Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education, which are set to begin 10th October. Speaking at the Media Center in Kampala, UNEB's Executive Director, Dan Odong, who also warned school proprietors against examination malpractice, particularly the unethical practice of registering normal learners as special needs candidates to exploit the additional 45 minutes provided, a scheme he argues could potentially facilitate cheating.
This examination will commence on October 10th with the briefing of the Uganda Certificate of Education examinations. Then the primary leaving examination will come in with a briefing on October 31st. And then finally, the Uganda Certificate of Advanced Certificate of Education will close with a briefing on the 7th of November 2025. We are also aware now with the advent of artificial intelligence and other rapid developments in technology that our assessment as a board and as a country must take this into account. And therefore, the board came to the conclusion that our theme embracing security and holistic assessment of learners in a dynamic environment will still be able to guide us through this examination period. As of last evening, we have registered a total of 1,416,468 candidates from the 3 examinations. This is an increase of 107,470 or 7.5% compared to last year's candidature, which was 1,308,999. Of the total registered, 51.5% are female and 48.5% are male. The candidature at PLE has increased from 797,444 in 2024 to now 818,010, giving us a percentage increase of 2.5. At UCE, the percentage increase is 12.1%, with the candidature rising from 379,699 last year, 2024, to now 432,025. The USCE has recorded the greatest percentage increase of 14.7%, rising from 141,996 last year to 166,433. In terms of funding, 719,016 or 51% of the learners that we have registered at all the 3 levels are beneficiaries of the Uganda Universal Education Program. We have in the past, and I will do so now, to caution heads of centers, particularly at primary level, who have started submitting to us candidates registered as special needs education candidates, when in fact they are normal candidates. And the aim of these centers is to benefit from the assistance that special needs candidates are given, which includes 45 minutes extra time. This is criminal, it is fraudulent, and any school that will not have taken this heed of this warning, when eventually our teams that will be going around find out this kind of fraud, sanctions will be applied against such schools. From today up to the end of this week, the board will be conducting engagements with all area supervisors and heads of centers for the UCE and USCE examinations, also to share with them the preparations for the conduct of the examinations.
We thank you so much for watching Uganda Catholic Television. UCTV News now takes a short break. We'll come back with more local stories.
UCTV, good news for all.
Radio Patches, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at Fogod in Gulu, and online at www.radiopatches.org or download the Radio Patches app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Patches, peace of Christ for all.
Well, welcome back from the break. UCTV News continues with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, which has urged civilians in possession of illegal firearms to voluntarily surrender them as Uganda enters the final week of the Africa Amnesty Month, a continental campaign spearheaded by the African Union to silence the guns and as well foster peace across the African continent. Speaking during a press conference in Kampala, the ministry's National Focal Point Coordinator, Florence Chirabira, emphasized that the disarmament initiative which offers immunity from prosecution to those who hand in weapons, will climax in Kampala early next month, showcasing Uganda's commitment to curbing the proliferation of illicit small firearms.
Africa Amnesty Month, of course, declared by the African Union in 2017 and extended through 2030, is a vital initiative designed to encourage the voluntary surrender of illegal firearms by civilians free from prosecution. We encourage all Ugandans to actively participate in this initiative by supporting the surrender of illicit weapons and engaging in nationwide sensitization efforts. Together, we can build a safer, more secure Uganda and contribute to a peaceful Africa.
I know there are a number of weapons in place when we talk about weapons, including those which are crude weapons like pangas, hammers, call it. But in this line, we are interested in firearms, popularly known as small arms and light weapons. These are the guns that fire bullets. They fire ammunitions. That study presented that 40 million small arms and light weapons are under the ownership of illegal people. And these illegal people include the armed groups, all over the continent. There are quite a number of them. They possess these guns. And then the civilians who apply for guns for self-control. Those who acquire guns without going through the proper channels. So those ones alone contribute 40 million guns. If we have about 40 million guns in the hands of people who are not supposed to own them and cannot be accounted for by the government, then it is a serious problem that needs constant addressing. And we need to talk about it and engage the wider community, because it is within this community that some of these guns are kept.
Thank you so much for watching UCTV News. We'll take a look at the world of sports. Uganda's Yasin Nasa has made a motorsport history by clinching the African Rally Championship ARC title in Tanzania, becoming the second Ugandan to achieve the feat 25 years after Charles Muhanji's victory in 1999. Navigated by Ali Katumba in a Ford Fiesta R5, Nasa secured the Continental Crown after finishing fourth in the Mkwao Rally, the final leg of the championship, edging Kenya's Karen Vora by just 1 point. During an exclusive interview with Uganda Catholic Television, Nasa dedicated his hard-fought triumph to teamwork and God's grace.
Mommy lost Papa. Papa, you
Finally, the championship title is home. After 22 years, we have it, and we are very proud of it as a team and as a country as well, that we managed to have it done. It was a very tough competition, and the pressure was there, but God has helped to pass it. For all of us as drivers, your dream is to have the Africa Rally Championship title, and that is what it is today. But we will continue to be there and do more events. Maybe think of out of the box.
Let me take over from Yasin now. We had a good event.
We thank you so much for watching UCTV News. It is time for Today in History. With that marks the end of our newscast night. We thank you so much for keeping it Uganda Catholic Television. My name is Joseph Kabaale, wishing you the blessed week.